Let us learn management by way of a story. Today, I'm going to share with you a new age story of the tortoise and the hare. A tortoise and a hare once got in a fight over who was rapidier. Hare thought, I'm the faster runner. Turtle said, that's not true. The fastest runner is me. They chose to use a race to resolve the conflict, hence decided on a course and got the race going. The hare took off and continued running quickly for a while. He decided to take a break from the race and relax under a tree after realizing how far ahead of the tortoise he had become. He sat under the tree and soon fell asleep. He was shortly passed by the tortoise, who went on to win the race without a challenge. When Hare awoke, he was disappointed over losing the race. The lesson of the tale is consistency is key to winning the race. We have all grown up with this version of the narrative. The story continues. The hare reflected on his disappointment and finishing last in the race. He came to the conclusion that his overconfidence, negligence, and laziness were the only reasons he lost the race. He could not have been defeated by Turtle if he had not taken things for granted. So he demanded another race from the tortoise and he conquered. This time, the hare gave it his all and ran non-stop from beginning to end. He triumphed by a wide margin. What is the moral of story now? Always prefer fast and consistent over sluggish and steady. The person who is fast and still dependable at what he does will consistently go up the organizational ladder more quickly than one who is slow, methodical, and reliable in your organization. Being slow and steady is beneficial, but being quick and dependable is preferable. But the story doesn't end here. This time, the tortoise gave it some thought and concluded that the current format of the race made it impossible for him to triumph over the hare. After giving some thoughts, he challenged the hare to a new race along a slightly modified route, and the hare conquered upon. They went out, the hare raced off and sprinted at top speed till he arrived to a broad river. Keeping to his self-made vow to be consistently fast. A few kilometers away on the other side of the river was the finish line. The hare was perplexed as what to do, and it sat there. The tortoise was still moving along until it entered the river, swam to the other bank, resumed walking, and finished the race. Now, the moral of story is determine your primary competencies first and then adjust the playing field to accommodate it. If you are excellent speaker in an organization, be careful to generate opportunities for presentations that allow senior management to take notice of you. If analysis is your strong suit, make sure you conduct some research, write a report, and send it upstairs. Utilizing your abilities can not only help you to stand out, but it will also open up doors for development and advancement. But the story still hasn't ended. By this point, the hare and the tortoise had developed a close friendship and worked together to think. Both agreed that the last race might have been conducted much more effectively. So they made the decision to run the previous race again, but this time as a team. Hi, buddy. How about doing our last race again? Great. I think we could do it much better if we two help each other. When they set out, the hare carried the tortoise all the way to the riverside. There, the tortoise gained the control and carried the hare across on his back. The tortoise, the tortoise was once more carried by the hare as they crossed the finish line together on the opposite bank. The level of satisfaction they both felt was higher than it had been previously. So the moral of story is even if you are great on your own and possess strong core abilities, you will always perform below expectations because there will always be circumstances in which you perform poorly and someone else perform brilliantly. Teamwork is primarily about allowing the individual with the appropriate core skills for a scenario to take the lead. There are another lessons to be learned from this story. Notably, neither the tortoise nor the hare gave up despite setbacks. After a setback, the hare made the decision to work harder and exert more effort. The turtle altered his plan of action because he was already exerting himself to the fullest. It is sometimes appropriate to work harder and put in more efforts when faced with the failure in life. It is appropriate to occasionally switch up your approach and give something new a shot. Additionally, doing both is okay on occasions. Another crucial lesson was also learned by the tortoise and the hare. We performed far better when we cease competing against an opponent and instead begin competing against the circumstances. In conclusion, the tale of the hare and tortoise instructs us in the following areas. Despite setback, never give up. Always prefer fast and reliable over slow and steady. Work within your capabilities. Compete with the environment, not against the opponent. Teamwork and combining resources always outperform individual efforts. So let's be strategic and build a stronger teams. That's what we can say about this story.